Hey everybody, I hope your day is going better than mine. I broke down in Clovis, New Mexico, and I'm in a poorly lit hotel room. I hope the lighting is good enough for this video. I went out to Walmart though, and I bought a brand new GoPro Hero 4 to replace my 3, which was, I had a lot of problems with it. I also went ahead and bought the 3 primary types of fishing line we use for bass fishing. And in this video, I'm going to be explaining to you the pros, the cons, and the different purposes they serve, as well as doing a little bit of an experiment at the end of the video. So hope you guys stick around for that. I hope you enjoy the video. Please like and subscribe if you do. So let's go ahead and get into this. Okay guys, the first line we're going to talk about is monofilament, or mono for short, and not the stuff you caught in high school and lied to everybody about. This is what most of us grew up fishing. It come on those cheap Walmart combos we got for 20 bucks. It is the cheapest of the 3 types of line, and some of the properties of this line is it's stretchy and it floats. So it kind of serves as an advantage and a disadvantage. It's really good for topwater baits, but not so good for your crankbaits or your spinner baits or your jerk baits. In fact, I wouldn't use it at all for any of that. And one of the main reasons why is the fact that it has that stretch in it, and if a bass just bites it, trying to get a taste of it, just kind of very lightly, you may not feel that, and he may eject that and spit it out before you even know he's on there. It does not completely disappear in the water, but obviously it's a lot less visible than braid. And one of the other main disadvantages of it is that it has a lot of memory and can bird's nest on you fairly easily. And that's really all I got to say about mono. We're going to go ahead and move on to the next, which is going to be fluorocarbon. Okay, now on to fluorocarbon, or Fluoro for short. This stuff used to primarily be used only as a leader on monofilament or braid, but it's taken on a life of its own and got its own legs. One of the main advantages of it is that it's invisible in water. It bends the light, so fish that are line shy won't see it very easily at all, if at all. It doesn't have the stretch or the memory of monofilament, and it's a lot more sensitive, so it makes it kind of ideal for crankbaits, jigs, jerkbaits, spinnerbaits. This is what I use most of the time. Obviously, if I was using a jig, using it on a jigging rod, I would use something a lot stronger than 10 pound, but I got this for the experiment we're going to be doing later. It sinks, so that's kind of a disadvantage, if you will. It's not a primary choice, not the first choice I'd be using for topwater baits. You can do it, you can get away with it, but it's not ideal for it. I use fluorocarbon on most of my rod and reel combos. If I had to choose between one of the 3, my personal choice would be the Fluoro. I just find it a lot more versatile. Okay, now we're going to move on to braid. Alright, last is braid. Braid is also the most expensive of the 3. It's been around for a long time, but it kind of got popular and took off on its own in the mid to late 90s. The line itself has no stretch, and its main advantage is its strength. Alright, this box is rated at 50 pound test line, but the line itself has the same diameter as 12 pound monofilament or fluorocarbon. Its main disadvantage is its color. Alright, braid, you can see braid. It doesn't disappear in the water. It's going to spook away line shy fish. It's best used for flipping and pitching jigs, or anything else really for that matter, in the heavy cover. Stuff the fish can wrap itself around and try to break the line. This line's not going to break. Your knot may break, but the line won't. You're going to be able to pull that fish out of whatever he wraps himself around. I use it on my frog rod and my catfish rod, as well as one of my really heavy jig rod setups. So that being said, that's all I'm going to say about these 3, and we're going to move on into the experiment now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie a jig, the same jig, to the 3 different types of line, and we're going to drop them into a big bucket of water and check the visibility out on them. Alright, so here we go. Okay, so what I have done is I've taken the 3 different types of line and tied them each to the same exact jig grub. And we're going to be dropping them into this little bucket of water here, little pail of water. I don't know if it's quite a bucket, jar of water, whatever you can call it, it's plastic. I know this water isn't quite as dingy as what you'd find on your normal lake, creek, river, or wherever, but it should serve the purpose of this video, and you guys should be able to see a line in the water and see how they react. I'm going to do a little pop on them when I get them in the water. You can maybe see the stretch of the line or how each line reacts a little differently. So we're going to head and move into that. Hope you guys enjoy this. Okay, the very first one we're going to be putting in is the monofilament. And here it goes. You guys can see the line there. I know I can see it on my little viewfinder here. I'm jigging it up and down a little bit. Alright, and I'm going to set that aside. I'm going to pin it up here with the, well, or I can just drop it in the bottom of the bucket. That works too. Alright, next up is the fluorocarbon. Alright, and this should be noticeably less visible. The line should be in the water, and here we go. Oops, sorry, jarred my lamp there. Alright, see, can't even really see it on the viewfinder. Jigging it. There we go. Alright, and I'm going to try to set it aside and actually, well, use this rubber band for what I intended it for before I gave up on the idea of using it. Or just drop that one too, that works. Alright, whatever. That sucks. Kind of embarrassing. Alright, next up is the braided line, and this should obviously be the most visible. There you go. I know I can see that. Moving it up and down a little bit. Alright guys, that conducts the experiments. Hopefully you guys understand these lines a little better. And of course the braid is standing straight up in the water. You know, none of the others wanted to work right. But anyway, figures. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you do, like, subscribe, and I'm going to keep doing these videos for you guys. Thanks a lot.